So we use a small zodiac. We find a cooperative group of whales. We have the critter cam sitting at the end of a long deployment pole. We have a very strong person stand on the bow of that small boat. We have a good boat driver, and ideally we have very good communication between the deployer and the boat driver, and then we deploy a suction cup on the whale. And the clip I'm going to show you right now is it's my favorite clip of all the years of critter cam work. We're on the back of a young humpback whale. This is a humpback whale baby that we're riding on. The baby looks huge. The reason why the baby looks huge is because we have a wide angle lens on its back, and we're looking at the baby. The baby is following mom. So he's swimming right underneath her fluke. You see the fluke come down? It's very coordinated swimming. He's just following her, and mom stops. And now the baby is nursing. And you can see how she's motionless. So he's on the left side right now. And you have to remember, baleen whale calves already have the baleen coming down. So they cannot create suction like human babies would. So what he does is he pushes against mom. Mom senses the pressure, and she'll eject the milk. So right now she's swimming again. He's breathing. And you can see those beautiful white pec flippers of mom. And again, it's beautiful synchronized swimming. You can just see how her fluke never touches him. Now she stops again. And he's switched sides. There's a big fluke again. And now he's switching sides, and he's nursing again. And you can see the white that's wafting by, that's the milk. The milk is incredibly, again, it's very fatty. It's about 50% fat. It's almost like cottage cheese. And again, as he's applying pressure, she's squirting it out. But it looks very wasteful. But at the same time, we do have nursing underwater, so it's tricky. It's quite tricky. And look at this, she just touched him. You know, like they were swimming so synchronized before, now she gave him a little tap on the snout. The behavior completely changes. You can see how they go down. He has a little burp, little milk gets spilled. And you can see her disappear in the distance. At the same time he's going down, he's going to about 150 feet. And if you look closely, you can see some commotion up front. And you can see how he's tilting up. He's looking towards the surface. And then out of the mist you see these are all adult humpback whales. And they're foraging together, they're hunting herring together. This is what's called bubble net feeding. These are 12 whales, and they're working together to hunt herring. And our little baby that was nursing is sitting down at the bottom. He's looking up, and he's watching. Yeah.
Wasn't it for the critter camp that this process, this cooperative process, was identified?
Yes, we have, and I'll show that to you later on. I can't put it all in one talk, so I'll show it to you later on. It's magnificent. It's amazing. But again, this is the outsider's perspective. It's how a young whale interacts with mother. What gets me every time is this subtle cue. You know, before they swim in perfect synchrony, he just stays away from that fluke, and then she gives him that little tap, and he knows exactly what he needs to do. He just goes down, he sits on the bottom, then he looks up. And I think this little whale is watching and possibly learning how you do it, how you hunt. And that is remarkable. You know, that is remarkable how these whales Let me show. And here's, of course, and this is completely unedited. This is the behavior as it evolves. You can see after the bubble net has happened, he's come up. He immediately found mom. I mean, she doesn't have a second to herself other than going off and doing one bubble feed. And he's right back to nursing. Humpback whales nurse their calves for about 9 months. So this particular calf, they're born in Hawaii, we think, even though nobody has ever seen a birth. So, and then they are in Hawaii until they reach a certain age and a certain weight, until they can migrate up here. And this deployment was done in August, right around here. So this whale is probably he's at least 6 months old, 6 to 7 months. So he still has a couple of months with mom. But then he will be weaned, just like these harbor seal pups are weaned at 4 weeks. He'll be on his own, and he'll need to figure out how to make a living.